Nelson. At guard, Vype Jr., number 13, Tristan Marshall. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 33, Jonas Scott. And at guard, 6'3" senior, number 11, Chris Bell. Let's make some noise for the starting lineups of your Liberty Hill Panthers and your Glen Grizzlies.
Well, welcome in everybody to Rouse High School here in Leander, Texas. We are not here for the home team because we are in a neutral venue here because this is a district play-in game between the Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers and the Glen Grizzlies. Welcome in, folks. My name is Adam Mueller here. Thanks for joining us on Vype Live. I am over here on the Liberty Hill side, which is the away side. It's actually much more full on this side. We're just about ready to go for the Runnin' Panthers. It's the three seniors, Paul Madaria, JT Peterson, Aaron Hurst, joined by Luke Landy and Toby Ryman. We do have a news camera here in the building right in front of us, so big night tonight. We'll talk about that more as we go on. Hurst and Benham on the tip. A little fight for it at mid-court, and the Grizzlies control. So, as I said, we're here at Rouse High School, neutral venue. Glen Grizzlies, Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers, matching off for the third time this season. It is the rubber match between these two. Panthers starting the 2-3. Grizzlies moving the ball pretty well. Start the game. Cash Winters, you see at the top there, starting instead of Josh Akeen. D-up call from the Panthers sideline, working against that 2-3 zone. Hurst in the middle. And Benham loses the ball. Madaria with the steal. He will control at the top. Landy. Hurst working against Jonas Scott. And Benham picks his pocket from behind. It's a good play by Chris Benham. He goes around the back, and I think we're going to have a push-off. Offensive foul. They're going to get Chris Benham for pushing off. His first personal. It's Benham, Jonas Scott, Jaden Nelson, Cash Winters like we talked about, and Tristan Marshall, number 13, who's on Madaria right now. It's sort of like loose man-to-man, half-pressure defense that we see from a lot of teams in District 25 5A. Still no score, just about a minute through this first quarter. Landy looking for some help, gets it to Ryman. JT Peterson here on this near side. Now Madaria off the Ryman screen. D-up call is from the Grizzlies bench. Peterson for three, knocks it down. JT Peterson. And apologies for the scoreboard there. We'll fix that in just a moment. Here's Nelson, who's had the ball stripped by Hurst. Peterson tried to get it, and I think Nelson didn't throw it off anybody. But fix the scoreboard here. Yeah, some of the Panthers fans unhappy with that. Pretty clearly that Nelson just threw it off no one. Referee just gave it back to the Grizzlies. 3-0 early on. Peterson 3 is the difference. Down to about 6 minutes here. Marshall, Scott. This is Winters again. First time we have seen him starting, and Hurst poked it out Benham's hand, and we're going to get a little touchy foul there on Aaron Hurst. Being overly aggressive. Subs, 3 subs here. AJ Roldan, Ray Avery, Trayvon Williams in the game. Hurst and Landy stay. A couple subs for the Grizzlies as well. That does look like Josh Akeen, who's checked in the game. And also number 4, that's the young fella, Dallas Hernandez. Tristan Marshall now on the wing, covered by Roldan, still in that 2-3 zone. We do know about Jonas Scott. He's an active player. There's a reason they work him in the high-low. He can distribute, he can score. Looks like Benham on the wing, no good. Tipped out by Scott, and Ray Avery couldn't get a handle on it. this is Tristan Marshall, athletic guard for the Grizzlies. As we said, third matchup between these two teams. Scott to the basket. Hurst, it did hit him on the way down, but it's a clean block. So Aaron Hurst escapes the foul call there, which could be critical. Again, we know the aggressive defense that the Panthers like to play. Don't want to get any early fouls unnecessarily. A keen block by Hurst. Talk about clean blocks. That one was sweet. Benham in the corner, way long. Chris Benham having some trouble finding the basket, and that will be Panthers ball now. Well, you might ask, how did we get here? District play-in game number 2. After the heroics of last night's game, JT Peterson and Luke Landy. Roldan's going to swing this to Trayvon Williams, who turns the ball over, and then Avery fouls Marshall. Maybe not the worst foul. In the break, Peterson back in for Williams. Coach Moran unhappy with Trayvon Williams turning the ball over there. This game actually stems from the 3-way tie in District 25 5A for 4th place. That's Gonzalez on the wing, and that's a freshman. Knocks it down. 3-3 now. And inside, Landy couldn't get it to go. Grizzlies are going to push. Benham on the run. Nice pass to Akeen. Good footwork. Hernandez again from the corner. No good. Benham with the rebound over Hurst. And Glenn with the early lead. Avery, Chris Benham active. Early on, knocks it out. And apologies for those issues with the scoreboard. Try and fix those as soon as I can here. Roldan. Avery. Madaria. Peterson, great pass. Scott blocked by Akeen. I think it was clean. No complaints from the Panthers. Hernandez again, nice pass to Benham, who's feeling himself now. Up and under, Chris Benham had a big game against the Panthers in Liberty Hill and then really struggled in the reverse game. Akeen knocks that out of bounds. And we've got more subs. Hurst, Ryman, Landy in the game for Avery, Jackson Scott, and AJ Roldan. The starting 5 back in as the Panthers started a little slow here at Rouse High School. Of course, they were the team that had to play last night. A thrilling victory over the Cedar Park Timberwolves, and Madaria gives that one away to Tristan Marshall, who stops right at midcourt. Jonas Scott had a lot to do, but he hustles really well. Credit to Jonas Scott. A little Euro step from Marshall, who puts it in. And the home side, I guess you can call it, the Grizzlies side, really feeling this one. 3:14 in the first quarter, and Glenn has taken an early lead, 9-3 here. As I was explaining, it's the 3-way tie for 4th place in UIL. Texas 5A, top 4 teams in the district move on to playoffs, and we actually had a 3-way tie. Liberty Hill, Cedar Park, and Glenn, all at 7-7 at the end of the year, as they play some Sweet Child of Mine in the background here. Glenn, I believe, won the coin toss to get a bye, so they did not have to play in the first play-in game. Cedar Park and Liberty Hill played last night, and in thrilling fashion, shout out to Merle Bertrand, who was out here actually over at Glenn High School, and they're going to get Toby Ryman for a travel here, just trying to force it. Took an extra step, and it's been a rough start here for the Panthers. So the Panthers actually played at Glenn last night, beating Cedar Park in wild fashion. I'm sure you've heard a lot about that, but go over that a bit more. Hernandez to Jonas Scott. Tristan Marshall at the top. Swings to Benham. Landy fights around the screen. Maderia tries to get a piece of that to Scott. Everything sort of calms down for a moment here. Good defense from the Panthers. Akeen trying to use his body, uses his strength good. Benham with the left hand, trying to open up some space. Jonas Scott's going to get a three from the corner. Everything going for Glenn. And they have gone out to a big lead. Hurst trying to fight through. I think we're going to have a jump ball. We will stay on this side. 2:28 to go. You just wonder, after an emotional win like the Panthers had last night, what does it take out of you? Did they spend everything they had? Another travel. I thought Aaron Hurst maybe held that foot down on the ground, but officials get him for a travel, and it's a shaky start for the team in purple. Marshall back to Scott, who goes all the way to the rim, dumps it back off to Hernandez. Marshall, Hernandez thought about it. Boy, that almost looked like a travel there. Thought he picked up his foot. Akeen back to Hernandez, never got to him, missed it, need the box out. Good hands by JT Peterson. One of the heroes of last night's game, JT Peterson. And there's the other hero, Luke Landy, who had the shot as time expired. Ryman again is going to get called for a travel. Just got caught up underneath the basket in traffic. Usually Toby Ryman is really good about the jump stop, keeping his feet controlled. And just a few uncharacteristic errors early for the Panthers. Under 2 minutes now, first quarter. Benham to Marshall. Boy, all about confidence. This Grizzlies team had so much trouble against the press. Benham is going to be short. Peterson couldn't grab the board. Grizzlies will get another chance. When these two teams played just a couple weeks ago, actually, maybe exactly 2 weeks ago, Scott, Winters, strange shooting motion, couldn't get it to go, but no box out. Panthers will push. Peterson on the three, and get it to go. Benham's going to push up and down we go. Here's Akeen, big body. Hurst does pretty well. Akeen puts it in. Maderia kicks out Peterson. They're going to get a charge. And Paul Maderia. And Coach Boren, I think, wisely wants a timeout here. 16-3. It's been all Grizzlies. And a really difficult start for the Liberty Hill Panthers here at Rouse High School. Well, I'm sure you've heard it by now. Liberty Hill with a last-second shot. Luke Landy laying the ball in as time expired last night to beat the Cedar Park Timberwolves 49-47 and advance from district play-in game number 1 to district play-in game number 2. It's a lot of work to try and get into the playoffs. 2 extra games. And as I said, that can often drain you emotionally to go through that, and to go through something, 24 hours ago. It was last night. The game wasn't Tuesday, like is the normal district schedule, although the ice storm we had a couple weeks ago in Central Texas sort of messed things up in the last couple weeks. But your body does get used to a certain schedule of games, and when you have to play 2 games in 2 days, it can be tough. Under a minute here, Marshall in a lot of trouble, but again, the Grizzlies have been so much better at breaking the press tonight than they were back on February 8th. Maderia's being really aggressive. He's got to be a little careful. He's got that foul. Benham, Akeen used his body so well, and the left hand is good from Akeen, and an 18-0 run here for the Grizzlies. has just really shocked this Panthers team. Coach Boren calls out the play. Under 30 now. The pass to Ryman is nearly picked by Benham, who does control. Scott thought he stepped out here on the baseline. Winters, Marshall, everything is falling for the Grizzlies. Hurst trying to get the Panthers back in it, and it does fall, and that'll be it for quarter number 1. Wow. Boy, it feels a little bit surreal, if I'm being honest, that first quarter. All Grizzlies here at Rouse High School. Again, I feel a little bit behind now talking about what happened last night, but there's a great video on Liberty Hill Basketball Twitter that shows the amazing pass from JT Peterson to Luke Landy last night, and what a pass it was, and what awareness by Luke Landy after it was Reed Vines, the star player for Cedar Park, who put in the layup. And Luke Landy was pretty much the only one who kept running and got out ahead, and there's some great angles, great videos of that pass. But that was last night, and it's now tonight, and Glen Grizzlies have a big lead, 21-5. Panthers hit that first shot, and then Glen went on a 21-0 run before that land by Hurst. A little bit of frustration for this Liberty Hill team. Of course, they are again in their away jerseys with the purple, white numbers, gold trim, gold letters. Glen in the home jerseys, it's white with a sort of blue and orange trim and letters and numbers. Starting 5 for both teams. Marshall skied above Peterson, but they did get the turnover. A lot of work to do now for Coach Boren's men. Landy. Madaria with the left hand, trying to get some space. Peterson. Working against Scott. Again, a lot of that. Couple dribbles, get into the lane, and nothing going on. Madaria, Landy. Hurst, that's that play. Double screen, like to run. Peterson's got room here. Pump fakes, drives on Scott. So nice, JT Peterson. Boy, hasn't he blossomed. We got a foul there at the end. I did not hear a whistle, but we got an and one opportunity here. We do, sort of opposite of what we had last night, where we didn't have a PA announcer. Here at Rouse, they have a PA announcer for everything, all significant actions pretty much. Benham, boy, that's a good place to trap right there in the corner. Marshall. Benham again, that's that cross-court pass, and picked off. A Keen's pass picked off by JT Peterson. Out on the break, finish with the left, does go. And I think we're gonna get a timeout called by Coach John Ortiz for the Grizzlies. As 5 straight for the Panthers has made 21-10. That's a big game. Winner takes all tonight. Of course, winner makes it to the playoffs. Loser, well, their season is over. And that's a heartbreak for the seniors, of course, but a long way to go in this one. Prize, of course, is to be in the 2023 UIL 5A playoffs. And the winner will play Veterans Memorial High School, and that's out of North San Antonio on Tuesday. They were first place in District 26 5A. 6:50 to go in this second quarter. Scott Marshall. Cash Winters in the corner. Back to Marshall. Madaria, gotta be careful. Thompson almost lost it. Excuse me, that's Nelson. Nelson's gonna fire from 3, knocks it down. Boy, isn't momentum a funny thing in basketball? spacing dropping. Peterson, Ryman underneath Benham. That was nice. And JT Peterson having a huge effect on this game. Madaria got it back, and then Scott fouled him. Scott unhappy with his teammates. We got some let's go calls from the Panthers side. Trying to wake up their boys. 24-12, 6:09 second quarter. Back to the top is Madera. He does need to get this across, and he does. Landy, Hurst. Covered by Thompson. Hurst, Glass, couldn't get it to go. Maybe forced that one a bit. And Madaria overran that pass. Marshall, Hurst, contested. Nelson in the corner sort of fumbled with it, and his shot was way off. Hurst, Peterson's got a lot of bodies. Nice, up and under from Peterson. No good. Lots of steps there from Marshall. Foul or travel? Jump ball. I think those two. Yep, held ball. So possession's going to come back this way and stay with the Panthers. 5:39 to go. I don't know if they changed that possession hour. There they did. Peterson, Landy's got tons of space. Got it to go. Luke Landy. And back to single digits now. 24-15. Marshall takes an extra step, almost threw that one out, and that's going to be over and back. Ryman doesn't even have to touch that one. And a turnover. What do we have now? Do we have a foul call? No. Just some subs. Trayvon Williams into the game. Is that a timeout? Yeah. So Coach Ortiz for the Grizzlies will call a timeout. I was wondering if they would reward that to him. 5:17 second quarter. Opportunity to shout out the Runnin' Panthers sponsors: Liberty Hill Pediatrics, J&K Welding, Deluxe Garages, Globe Theater, Gage and Cade Construction, and of course, the Liberty Hills Boys Basketball Booster Club. Thank you for sponsoring the team, and I must say for myself, I've really enjoyed being out here following the team in district play. It's been quite the season. It's, you know, highs and lows, but that's really what basketball is all about, and what sports is all about is the journey and just sort of the character building and, you know, team building, all of that. Sports are a great thing, and as a former basketball player, I can say it's really a great experience. So here we go, out of the timeout. Panthers with a little bit of momentum here. A little bit of zest coming back after that difficult first quarter. Madaria's got space in the corner, just a little bit overshot it. Landy had a look at it off the rebound, couldn't get it to go. It's good ball movement from the Grizzlies, and Tristan Marshall's going to drive to the basket, uncontested. Madaria again trying to go fast. The Panthers do like to go quickly, and usually the game's in their favor when they do that. But maybe against a team like Glenn, you don't hate slowing down. Trayvon Williams showing that speed, tons of contact off the glass. On the floor is the call. Trayvon Williams is going to check out after drawing that foul. JT Peterson, Ray Avery, AJ Roldan in the game. Madaria and Hurst will stay. 4:25 here in the second quarter. 11-point ball game. Madaria forced that one up. Ray Avery couldn't get the board. Benham getting that high post. You can see the focus Coach Ortiz has on that. Nelson's going to fire another three. Gotta have a big rebound from Peterson. Just about did enough. Panthers fans wanted a foul. Avery, nice pass to Peterson. Again, lots of contact, couldn't get it to go. Gotta use that opposite hand on that side. It's a hard thing to do, but it takes the defender out of the equation. Maldonado Perez is in the game for the first time for the Grizzlies. Benham's just going to step into that three and knock it down. Not a guy you want to give space. Avery to Roldan. AJ Roldan at the top. Again, I think the object here is to get Paul Madaria off the ball. Peterson, there's Madaria coming off a screen. Hurst here in the corner. Blocked by Thompson. It's got to stay here, you would think. Again, that's Jordan Thompson playing against Hurst. Glenn, not a team with a ton of height, not like Rouse does. The big fella in the middle for the Raiders at 6'6", but they do have a lot of big bodies and guys who aren't afraid to be physical. Peterson, Avery, cutting, that was Roldan who was cutting. Again, trying to find some space. Hurst can shoot the three, gets a screen from Avery. Will pull up and knocks it down. Tough shot from Aaron Hurst, but it drops. Again, Glenn breaking through that press quickly. Marshall at the top. Benham, of course, you can't leave him. Thompson, Nelson, who's missed a few shots here, but knocks that one down. That's going to be a 3-ball. Just when you thought the Panthers getting back into it. Offense has been stymied. Hurst kind of telegraphed that pass. Benham, Maldonado Perez. That's Marshall in the wings. Again, really trying to get in the high post. Maldonado Perez from the wing. Roldan did a good job challenging that. Got to get on the floor again. Need the box out. Need to put your body on a man. It's easy to watch the ball, but a lot harder to get physical down there and box the guy out. Subs for the Panthers. Ryman, Landy back in. Starting group back in there. This is Thompson, Jordan Thompson, who's been getting the ball a lot in the high post. Nelson really feeling himself. Again, no box out of Benham, and he's actually going to get a foul call. He flew in. A bit of a tough call. I think Chris Benham has 2 fouls here, 1:51 second quarter, and he will check out. So I do think Chris Benham's just got his second foul. Jonas Scott comes in for him. Very expressive player is Chris Benham. Frustrated by that call. 5 team fouls on Glenn, 4 on Liberty Hill. Madaria. Hurst. Landy, again, just got himself caught. Pearson, Ryman, good pump fake, left hand. No good. Thompson. Scott shows some good patience. It's to Hernandez, who's back in there. Well, now Perez loses that one out of bounds, and I don't know if Luke Landy had to reach for that. Maybe he did. Maybe it was tipped out by a Panthers player. Hurst's going to check out. Jonas Scott's going to check in. 1:19 left to go. So take a breath, folks. Glenn Grizzlies shooting the ball really well in this first half. Panthers trying to find something on both ends, and Jordan Thompson just throws that one straight out. Good defense down there by JT Peterson. Despite the Glenn not having a ton of height, they do have pretty good size down there, like I mentioned. And we know that the starting group for the Panthers also maybe doesn't have your traditional center or power forward in there. Lots of screens here. Landy with some space. Ryman on the wing. Good pump fake. Good pass. Jackson Scott maybe could have turned around. J.D. Peterson has been Mr. Consistent in this game. A lot of players have had trouble. We're going to get a block. It was a Pretty good attempt by Peterson to take a charge, but I think probably the right call. Didn't let Scott establish himself. Benham's going to come back in. Also, AJ Roldan's going to come in for Madaria. I think maybe Coach Boren wants Paul not to pick up that second foul. 35 seconds to go. 32-20. It's the advantage. Roldan coming right in and providing some pressure. Benham at the top. He might hold for the last shot here. Benham setting things up. Nobody's really moving at all. Just that sort of like triangle. Nelson looking for a screen on Roldan. Scott, Benham. Nelson likes to shoot. No good. No box out. That one will not count. That shot will not count. It's way too late. That'll be end of the half, number one. Tough start for the Panthers there. Not out of it at this point. Just down 12. We've seen good things from JT Peterson, but so far it's a team that needs a bit of a spark after the emotional roller coaster that was the game last night. They're faced with a tough challenge, coming back again and playing in a game just as big as the one we just saw them play in. That'll do it for half number one. Again, the score at half. And welcome back, folks, to Rouse High School. My name is Adam Mueller. Thanks for joining us tonight on Vype Live. It's Liberty Hill Running Panthers taking on the Glen Grizzlies in district play-in game number 2. It's the Grizzlies on top here at halftime, 32-20. Of course, these two teams played at Liberty Hill on Friday, January 13th. Glen coming out with a victory, 53-43. It was a pretty close game throughout. That 10-point Glen victory doesn't really tell the story, as our PA announcer gets back into it. And then, as I said, what was that? 9 days ago at Glen, Liberty Hill coming out with a big 63-40 victory, and so splitting the district regular season series. This, of course, the grudge match between these two, the winner-take-all matchup, and it will be the same starting five for both teams. Grizzlies will start with it. And we will start quarter number 3. Benham, Winters, Marshall at the top. Now's Nelson, same set, nothing changed. There's that same sort of triangle situation from the Grizzlies. 2-3, Peterson a little bit out of position for Winters. 3, no good. And Toby Ryman's going to take this one up, get it to Paul Madaria, who looks to push. And same 4 out, 1 in for the Panthers. Hurst at the top there, he's the 1 in. Nice move, the fake handoff, and Hurst gets it to go. Good start for the Panthers. Scott to Benham. Marshall swings, Hurst almost got a piece, Winters fumbled it. It's great ball movement by the Grizzlies. But the Panthers keep the effort going, and Peterson gets the steal, and he'll break out with Madaria. Euro steps across, can't get it to go. Don't know if there was any contact in there. Benham's cherry-picked, and he'll get the and one on Hurst, who missed the block. Chris Benham, one of the senior leaders of this team, stepping to the free throw line. This free throw is good. Good response from the Grizzlies. Panthers will look to get back into touch. And just as I say that, Madaria misses Ryman. 5-22. Just trying to get it within single digits, step by step. Don't have to do it all in one. Scott in the corner, he'll fire away, in and out. Good rebound by Toby Ryman. And he'll push things. Lost control. Marshall going back the other way. This is what those running drills you do in practice all season are for, is going back and forth in a big game like this. Benham, Scott, Marshall. Glen at this point can afford to take their time. Scott again. Hurst has got to step up. Shot was no good. Good, important contest from Aaron Hurst there in his face. Peterson floats it in there. JT Peterson has been the light for the Panthers. Seems like whenever they're down, he makes it happen. That's the place to trap right there. Ryman couldn't get over fast enough. Marshall with the left hand. Benham, Winters in the corner, no good. He's having trouble shooting tonight. Nice tip out there by Nelson. Marshall will get it back to him. We've seen Nelson shoot a lot in this game. That one no good. And Paul Madaria wants to slow things down just a little bit. Not a lot of help here. Hurst working against Scott. He'll look for the screen. Coach Boren says reset things. Madaria, Landy, Hurst, jumper, short. Benham with the baseball pass to Marshall. He took a sort of an awkward fall. Somebody's got to come back here and inbound it for the Panthers. Ray Avery's coming in for Toby Ryman, so he'll just go straight over to inbound the ball. 4:48, third quarter. Avery to Madaria. He'll fire from three. Looked good from our angle. Avery with a good rebound. Ooh, a little no-look to Landy, who controlled, puts it in with contact. It is down to 9 again. And Benham throws that to nobody, and it will go back to the Panthers. Some frustration amongst the Grizzlies players. You know, in that game in February, as Madaria kicks it down to Peterson. He was just a little up and under with the left. Avery skies and gets the foul call. That's Landy, excuse me. Again, it's more guys playing taller than they are. Luke Landy listed at 6'2". Seemed like his head was at the backboard there. Showing that athleticism. This Grizzlies team, 19-16 overall, 7-7 in district, like we mentioned. Pearson trying to penetrate, kicks out to Avery, who just lost it. Pearson's got a little room in the corner to operate. Landy gets it to Hurst. Peterson again in the corner. Nice pass to Landy, controlled jumper, falls through. Closest they've been in a while here, the Panthers, and Landy's going to get a foul call. Didn't think that's correct. Tough call on Luke Landy's. Thought he was using his body in a fair way there and just tipped that one out. Second foul on the Panthers in this second half. Thompson in some trouble here in the corner. Benham. That's where you can't get caught out. Two guys caught on the press, but the defense does get back for the Panthers. There's Scott across the lane. Jumper no good. Got to deal with Thompson. Hurst contested. And, that's Avery. Again, maybe not the worst foul. Getting physical down there. And he'll make Dallas Hernandez, the freshman guard, shoot a couple of free throws. The Panthers, very similar record to the Grizzlies, 20-15 overall, 7-7 in district play. And the first free throw goes through for Dallas Hernandez. Interesting, Glenn has been all chalk, of course, except splitting the season series with the Panthers. Need a rebound here. Trayvon Williams is in a crowd of Grizzlies faithful, and actually, Panthers will come out with the ball. It was Trayvon Williams versus 3 Glenn players, and I guess one of the Glenn players that had his hand on the ball also had a foot out of bounds. So, good hustle from Trayvon, and Panthers will take over. Madaria a little out of control there, and Loss, I think, hurt himself. His hand, he runs back. Tough player, Williams, trying to introduce an element of chaos here on the defensive end. You know, his speed and aggression to passes on the defensive end. Marshall had his pocket picked by Landy. Gets it to Madaria. Madaria has himself in a bad position. Landy's got to hustle. Tristan Marshall did hustle, and Landy fouls Marshall. It's a smart play, you know, when there's an over and back situation like that, and you know a turnover's coming. It's actually sometimes better to just go track that ball down and grab it so that it's a sideline out of bounds for the opposing team. Tristan Marshall, opportunistic, took that one, but can take the opportunity from the free throw line. AJ Roldan and Toby Ryman in the game. Avery and Landy out. Lead still at 8, 2:53 third quarter. As I said, everything chalk for the Grizzlies except the split. The 2 games against Liberty Hill, and then strangely enough, lost twice to Cedar Park and beat Hayes twice, did Glen Grizzlies. So sort of interesting district record. Williams almost lost it. A pair of missed free throws. Keeps the Panthers within single digits as we tick to about 2.5 to go, third quarter. Hurst scanning. Rolled on, some screens, good movement. Williams over there in the corner with some space. Nice backdoor cut by AJ Roldan, controlled. A lot of contact, couldn't finish. Boy, every possession critical. Hernandez. Marshall swings to Benham. He will certainly shoot from anywhere. Now will drive with the right hand. Spin move was really nice. That's a nice move by Chris Benham. Lead is back to 10. AJ Roldan showing the handles against Hernandez. This is Hurst against Akeen. Madera, a lot of contact, and how about that from Trayvon Williams? The putback dunk. Where did that come from? And good hustle on the defensive end to knock it out. A couple high fives from the bench. Need to stay alert here on the defensive end. 1:36 to go. Madera out. Landy back in. Really nice putback dunk there from Trayvon Williams, showing his ups. And again, good defense. Pokes it away. How many seconds now? Hopefully the referees are keeping track of the amount of times. Has come off that 10-second clock. Scott to Marshall, who skies for it. Nelson now. Scott open there in the corner. Williams again maybe slightly overcommitted. Benham very controlled, will swing to Scott. Now the defensive call from the Liberty Hill bench. Trayvon Williams going to get it called for a foul on the floor. Team foul number 5 on Liberty Hill. So that's something to monitor as we approach the fourth quarter. Thompson with some good movement. Actually did a really good job to get it into the inbounder. Marshall some space for 3. No good. Those shots haven't been falling. Jonas Scott came over the back of Aaron Hurst and fouled him. Good call there by the referee. 1:05 third quarter. Good atmosphere, sort of a tense atmosphere. It is a neutral site, but it's sort of filled in as the game has gone on, and both sides have a significant amount of fans. Some students on both ends as well. Showing out, making the trip. Hurst working against Thompson, just faded away a little too much. Yeah, gotta go towards the basket. Press break by Glenn. You know Nelson's going to shoot that ball. Can't get it to go. It's a good rebound by Scott. Panthers fans wanted to travel. Under 30 seconds now. Chris Benham here with the ball at the top. Risky pass there. Panthers pressuring the ball. They do not want the Grizzlies to just run this clock out. Tristan Marshall all alone under the basket. That's the risk of pressuring so tightly. Hurst with the ball at the top. 4 seconds, he's got to go. Nice pass to Landy. Jumper, got it. Big shot. Big shot here. At the end of this half, at the end of the quarter, we will head to the fourth quarter. And the Panthers have brought it down to 8, 40-32. Again, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll stay right here. My name is Adam Mueller. I've enjoyed broadcasting these Panthers basketball games this 2022-2023 district season. And we should, of course, shout out the Runnin' Panthers sponsors: Gage and Cade Construction, Globe Theater, Deluxe Garages, J&K Welding, and Liberty Hill Pediatrics. Thank you for your support of the Runnin' Panthers. And, of course, thank you to the Liberty Hill Boys Basketball Booster Club, of course, for sponsoring the team and allowing me to come out here and broadcast the games. Really enjoyed it. So, time for quarter number 4. Panthers still some work to do, but they cut that 12-point lead at halftime to 8 at the end of 3. And they are right there. You sense just a few plays away from being right back in it. And momentum is so crucial, especially when those made baskets for the Panthers enable you to set up the press on the defensive end and really turn the game in your favor. Here we go, folks. Quarter number 4. JT Peterson, left hand's going all the way to the rim. That's when finishing with the strong hand works really well. He protected the ball with his body. Defense now the call from the students in the bench. Down to 6. Hasn't been 6 since the first quarter, when it was 9-3. Gives you a little perspective. Benham going hard, and it is a charge. JT Peterson. And Benham went down hard. Holding his wrist. Good charge taken by Peterson. Exactly how the Panthers wanted to start this fourth quarter. And we've got an active towel boy here. It gets out there, rubs it down. Maybe need a little bit more, referee. Just a little bit more. Got some nice kicks on. Those looks like some Nikes. I'm not a big shoe guy, but those are some sweet looking shoes. Back to the game here. Ryman again, that sort of off pressure man. Madaria back to Ryman, lefty. Dribbling through a lot of traffic. Does good it to Peterson. Maybe some back cuts, back screens. Oh, risky pass. Peterson. Pass, couldn't go. In and out. God, I swear it was halfway down. And ball's turned over. Ryman a chance to push. Needs to get his head up. Ryman got out of trouble, but maybe could have seen Peterson. Landy. Hurst is going to fire from 3. How about that? Couldn't get the alley-oop, but does get the 3. And that is the best way Coach Boren could have envisioned the fourth quarter starting. Down to 3 now, 40-37. Liberty Hill right there, 6:37 to go. And we got ourselves another good game. How is your blood pressure this week? Of course, these Rouse High School are hosts this evening. And 14-0 in district, undefeated. Really impressive season from them. We, of course, saw them on the Panthers senior night. Panthers put up a good fight, but Rouse just too much talent on that team. We will, of course, keep an eye and see what they can do in the playoffs. Leander finishing in second. Of course, a team that these Panthers beat way back in December. The Tuesday afternoon game. You take your mind all the way back there. First district game of the season. Hayes, the Hayes Hawks, third place in district at 9-5. And then, of course, that three-way tie, which has led to right now 6:39, fourth quarter. 3-point lead for Glenn. Wasn't there last night against Cedar Park, but as I understand, sort of similar. Panthers with a bit of a slow start, but work themselves back in. Can they do it again tonight? Benham really taking his time across the timeline. Thompson got Scott on the cut. Gives it back to Benham. He'll swing all the way to Nelson's. Jaden Nelson's taken a lot of shots in this game. Marshall, Nelson, Thompson, Nelson. Ball movement, but not a lot happening for the Grizzlies. The Panthers defense stifling any openings. Benham, Nelson, Thompson. Just taking his time. Again, no shot clock. Don't have to go fast. Of course, the Panthers defense sometimes makes you go faster than you want to. Nice pass from Nelson, and Scott does get it to go. So good patience from Ortiz and his boys. Madaria sort of sets a screen for Luke Land. He was working against Nelson. Baseline in some trouble, gets it out to Hurst. The defense call is now from the Grizzlies side. Another patient possession here on this end. Landy's going to fire from three and knocks it down. Luke Landy, the hero of Thursday night, with a big shot here in the fourth quarter tonight. Benham, a really dangerous pass. Aaron Hurst got a piece. 2-point game, 4:56. What do these Panthers have left? Quite amazing. They've worked themselves back into this one. Thompson, Benham, Marshall, Nelson, Thompson. All of a sudden, things have slowed down. Marshall's got a little bit of room. It's not a 2-point lead is not something that you sit on. Maybe a 12-point lead. You'd burn this kind of clock. Benham, a little bit of room. Marshall hasn't shot a lot from the outside. And Marshall just throws it over the head of Thompson. That's what that pressure defense will do. Eventually causes a mistake. Maldonado Perez will come in for Nelson. Ray Avery comes in. He came in for Ryman. Ray Avery gets it across. And a Let's Go Panthers cheer now from this Liberty Hill faithful here right in front of me. Fake the handoff, Hurst. Avery fakes another handoff, lots of contact. There will be a foul called on Thompson. Team foul number 4. On the Grizzlies. Avery bounce pass, slipped through the legs of JT Peterson. Marshall lays it in with the left. Big moment there. But I think Ray Avery seems like a tough guy. Peterson to the basket. How about JT Peterson? And it's not just shooting the ball. He has driven it to the basket. And has kept this team in the game. Thompson, Marshall, ticking down to about 3 to go. Maldonado Perez thought about the 3. Gave it back to Benham. Marshall's been a spark. Maldonado Perez makes a good cut under the basket. No good. Avery went inside. What do we have? Jump ball will stay on this side. I mean, sometimes I think Ray Avery's the closest thing the Panthers have to a post player. He just gets in there and muscles his way through and is not afraid to battle. Ryman and Williams into the game, and the inbound pass is fumbled. Landy to the bucket, lays it in. We have a tie game. How about these Panthers, folks? Benham, Coach Bourne wants some more noise. Maldonado Perez, where's our 10-second call? Got some folks standing up. Marshall is fouled in the corner. 2 1:36 now, lots of time. I think sometimes when you sort of artificially slow your own pace down like the Grizzlies have, you can take your rhythm, sort of take your own rhythm away. Here's Thompson now. We've got a foul on Landy, and I think we're going to have free throws. We will. Jordan Thompson, 6'1" forward, junior, is long, and big ups from Aaron Hurst. 2.5, tie game. Liberty Hill really with all the momentum now. It's been slow and steady, but they have gotten back into this game. They have believed. And Landy lost it. And Coach Warren got a timeout. I was wondering what that call was. 2:06. Breathe, folks, breathe. High tension here. We got a full. Okay, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Liberty Hill cheerleaders are here in full force. And a good showing, a good away showing from the Panthers faithful. They have filled out. Again, I'm assuming the coin flip basically relegated the Panthers to be visitors for both games. Now, we played in two neutral sites, so it's not really visiting, but they are wearing their visiting colors. Here we go. Starting group minus Toby Ryman. Ray Avery's back in there. Let's see what Coach Boren drew up out of the timeout. 2 minutes to go. Back screen from Landy. Peterson with a little bit of space. Hurst. Again, good patience by both teams in a high-pressure situation. Peterson showing the handles against Marshall. Landy in the corner for three, way long. And Benham's going to kick it out to Marshall against Hurst, and Tristan Marshall lays it in. Well, a lot of Grizzlies players have gone cold in this second half, but Tristan Marshall has kept his head and has really been the star of the show for Glenn. How about the star for the Panthers, Hurst? Short on the layup, got himself a good shot, and they're going to call a foul on Madaria. Jordan Thompson's going to have free throws. Of course, he missed his first free throw last time around. 8 team fouls on the Panthers. How many does Paul Madaria have? I think it's only 2 or 3. I don't think he's in real trouble. Of course, disappointed with himself. But 1:21 to go. Thompson will go to the free throw line a lot. The junior didn't start this game, but he's certainly appears to be finishing it for the Grizzlies. Only one guy in there. It's Benham, and almost gets the rebound. Not sure why Coach Ortiz didn't put a second rebounder down there. Hurst is just going to work on Thompson. Kicks out to Ryman. 1:05 to go. Hurst. God, uses such good footwork. No foul call, though. Scott to Marshall. I don't know if that was double dribble. I think everybody missed that. Marshall. And we got a timeout called by somebody. I think it was awarded to Coach Ortiz. 52 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game. This is when practicing that pressure defense all season really comes good. Because when you're down in a late game scenario like this, you can just get into your normal press defense. And gotta force that ball out. We'll see. 18 fouls. Again, you could think about fouling Jordan Thompson when he gets the ball, maybe some sort of tactical foul on somebody you know that struggles from the free throw line. I think it is to the point now where the Grizzlies will hold as long as they can, and it'll have to be the Panthers that initiate the action. It's that starting five comes out again. Hurst, Medaria, Ryman, Landy, and Peterson. It's Benham, Maldonado, Perez, Thompson, Scott, and Marshall for the Grizzlies, and they will inbound in sort of an awkward area. This kind of sideline down towards the baseline area is not the easiest, but they get in pretty fast. And Benham to Maldonado, Perez, that's a good place to trap. Swings to Scott, like I said, probably just gonna burn clock as long as they can, and a touchy foul on Paul Medaria. I mean, that's a tough one on Paul. I don't know how many there's, at least 3 on Paul Medaria. Checking the sideline. It is a 1-on-1, and Marshall's missed this one. Need a rebound, and they get it. Here comes Medaria. 30 seconds left. Big, big moment here. Landy trying to be the hero again. Hurst got some room for 3. Just short. Now I think you got a foul. Long pass across, and Hurst will foul Marshall. He will get 2 shots, though. That's team foul number 10. Just a little short on the 3 ball. I think that is the guy you want shooting. For the Panthers, just maybe faded a little bit. 2 shots now, 2 big shots for Tristan Marshall. 18 seconds left. First one is good. And this one even bigger now. Make it a 2-possession game if he hits this. Long on that one. Hurst with the board. What is Coach Boren going to do? I don't think he's going to call a timeout. Now he does. So, thing we see in basketball, especially higher levels, NBA, see coaches tell their guys to foul, and so the opposing team doesn't have an opportunity for 3. Who do you go to? Where do you go to if you're the Panthers? Paul Medaria is a good candidate. JT Peterson, Aaron Hurst. A lot of guys out there who can shoot the long ball. Probably get some screen, double screen movement across the court. The inbound, I believe, will be on the side, on the far end. Ray Avery's back in for Ryman. And I bet you Ray Avery be used here as a utility, maybe a screen. He will inbound. It's going to be a box set from the Panthers. A couple of cross screens. Landy in the corner. It was set up for Peterson to shoot. He did not. Avery, Peterson, long ball, no good. Rebound, fought for, jump ball, and it will stay here with 4 seconds to go. Incredible. The jump ball is called, which I think is correct, so it'll stay on this side. A mixed reaction. Of course, the Liberty Hill crowd cheers. I think Coach Boren got his last timeout, got a timeout in. You could see it was set up for Peterson on the second pass. The inbound was to Landy, and then Landy gave the ball to Peterson, who couldn't quite find the room. The step back was long. Now you gotta shoot through it, the 3. 4 seconds to go. Absolutely have to shoot the 3 ball. And probably can't afford a dribble. You probably gotta do it off 1 or 2 passes. See what Coach Boren can draw. Biggest inbounds play of the season. Win or go home situation. District play-in game number 2. A season that started Oh, way back in October, practice in October, really all year round. Summer ball, spring ball, practices, leading to this moment here. Mid-February, still a little chilly outside. Same group of 5 for the Panthers. The purple and gold on their feet. This inbounds will be a little closer in here on that far side. Interesting, Chris Benham, who's on the inbounder, is going to deny the pass out. And it was deflected, and that's going to be Glenn Ball. The inbounds pass was deflected, and then JT Peterson tried to get back to it and tipped it out of bounds. I think it was smart of the Grizzlies to set up Benham to deny the pass back out towards mid-court, because then it limited the Panthers' passing range to the corner or a long cross-court pass like they tried. It was deflected, ball went up in the air, and JT Peterson knocked it out. Game's not over, but things need to happen really fast for the Panthers. Starting group back out there. Actually, Trayvon Williams is in for... Who is he checked in for? He's out there for Peterson. We don't have the clock back. Timeout is still ticking down. I think we're at about 2.2. Boy, not a lot of time. Everybody's down here. Baseball pass to Marshall, who's blocked by Hurst, but that is the ball game. And the Glen Grizzlies have held on. A valiant effort by the Liberty Hill Panthers. And you feel for the seniors, what a season. They have put everything into this season and just come up short in the district play-in game number 2. 2 absolutely heart-pounding, intense games on consecutive nights. Last night, Panthers came away with the W, and tonight, not quite able to make it happen after a really, really good effort in the second half to come back. Well, it's been quite the season here, folks. I've really enjoyed it. My name is Adam Mueller. Thanks for joining me along this crazy season, this crazy ride for the Runnin' Panthers basketball team. And again, that'll do it for the 2022-2023 Liberty Hill basketball season. Your final from Rouse High School. It's the Glen Grizzlies 47, the Liberty Hill Panthers 44. Thanks, everybody.